New overnight, Denver City Council banned flavored tobacco sales citywide. Supporters of the measure say that they're hoping it's going to stop youth smoking. In 2020, the CDC says 85% of high school students and 74% of middle school students who use tobacco products reported using a flavored product. For context, the CDC says nearly 24% of high school students and nearly 7% of middle school students use some form of a tobacco product. 9 News reporter Jordan Chavez is live in Denver for us this morning. And Jordan, this still needs the mayor's approval.
Hey, Corey, good morning. Yeah, he could technically still veto this ordinance altogether, but at this time, it is not clear if that is going to happen. His office gave us a very non-committal answer last night when we asked if he would be signing off on this ordinance. They say he's going to take the next few days to review it before making that decision. But if he does sign off on this, then Denver would become the state's largest city to have a ban like this in effect. Now, City Council already passed it last night with a vote of 8-3. Specifically, this ordinance will ban the sale of flavored tobacco, vaping products, and menthol cigarettes. So what that means is that flavored menthol cigarettes, chewing tobacco, those vaping products, those could not be sold. Now, exemptions to this would be hookah, pipe tobacco, and natural cigars. Supporters, like you had mentioned, Corey, say the ban will cut down on youth vaping. And actually, Edgewater, Aspen, Carbondale, and Glenwood Springs have already passed their own bans similar to this. Now, even if the mayor does go ahead and sign off on this ordinance, this is not going to be taking effect anytime soon, Corey. It looks more like a timeline of July of 2023, Corey.
All right, we'll see what happens with the mayor. All right, Jordan, thank you. Boulder banned flavored e-cigarettes in 2019, and in 2020, city voters approved a 40% tax on all vaping products. That caused several businesses to permanently close. The Fitter, a smoke shop on the Hill, stayed open because their primary sales come from marijuana paraphernalia. 8 to 12% of their sales used to come from nicotine vaping products. Now, Jason Dahl gets about 10 calls a day from people asking to buy things like Juul pods, and he tells them to head over to Superior.
I've always told people the catalyst is going to be when Denver does the flavor ban, because no city is going to want to be that in between where everybody knows that you can go to Superior or Lafayette and get it without any regulations or restrictions.
Boulder County Public Health doesn't know if the ban on the sales tax have decreased teen vaping rates. The latest numbers they have are from 2019. Those showed more than a quarter of high school students in Boulder County vaped, and nearly half had tried it.
Aurora City Council met on Monday night and inducted some new members, confirming a right-leaning majority there. 9 News reporter Eddie Randall is in the studio this morning, and Eddie, all it took was the 4 new members to change the council.
Well, that's right, and good morning to you, Gary. So the previous council was evenly split, but last month's election pushed the 10-member council to a 6-member leaning right lead. Steve Sundberg, Danielle Jurinsky, and Dustin Zvonek, 3 Republicans all sworn in, filling the Ward 2 seat and 2 at-large seats. Democrat Ruben Medina will fill the seat representing Ward 3, and Democrat Crystal Murillo was re-elected to fill Ward Seat 1. Republican initiatives are expected to start passing through council, including Republican Mayor Mike Kaufman's homeless camping ban, which failed back in August. The council has taken recent steps towards pursuing police reform and establishing affordable housing, but this may all be at risk, according to our news partners at the Denver Gazette. So one of the first acts of the council on Monday, re-electing Republican Francois Bergen as Mayor Pro Temp. Now, Bergen will serve another 1-year term. He won in a 7-4 vote on last night, beating out Democrat Murillo.
All right, Eddie, thanks for going through that. New recommendations for criminal justice reform in Denver would minimize unnecessary interactions with police and provide more resources for people who leave jail. Now, Denver's district attorney is sharing proposals that her office can get behind. In the wake of last year's protests, a task force looked at how Denver can reimagine policing and public safety, not just within the police department, but within the court system as well. The district attorney, Beth McCann, wants to expand their programs on restorative justice and diversion. She also supported an idea to build a facility that people suffering from mental illness can go to once they do get out of jail.
I think it is important for us to look at prevention of crime, the causes of crime, and how do we keep people from repeating that behavior.
The group also suggested changes to the law, such as decriminalizing offenses like drug use and public intoxication. City Council members will continue to review the recommendations. The task force plans to hold its first community forum today. It is a webinar, starts at 6 p.m. tonight. Well, there is some new data. Millions of dollars in Colorado's unemployment funds actually went to people who don't exist or who weren't supposed to get it.
The state auditor says $73 million went toward fraudulent claims in the first year of the pandemic. Now, that may sound like a lot, but the state says that's way less than what other states had to deal with. The audit found $4 million in benefits went to people who were deceased, $5 million went to people in prison, and nearly $50 million went to accounts with suspicious emails and foreign internet addresses. The Colorado Department of Labor and Unemployment says they were dealing with a 1,000% increase in claims during this time period. Now, for some context, they say adjusted for population, Colorado lost about $12 per person in fake claims. In Kansas, for example, that number was $237 per person.
Her legacy is long going to be felt. Dr. Sharon Bailey pushed for racial equity in Denver public schools. Dr. Bailey died on Friday. She served on the school board for 8 years in the 1990s. Then she spent more than 20 years focused on her fight to fix inequities for black students and teachers. New Hope Baptist Church will host a celebration of community service for Dr. Bailey. It's going to be this Friday from 6 until 8 p.m. Then the family will hold a memorial service on Sunday. Dr. Bailey was 68 years old.
Well, we have some cloud cover out there right now, but later this afternoon it's going to move out. We'll see temperatures be pretty seasonal for this time of year in the mid to upper 40s. We have some lingering snow showers to the west. Those will move out as well.